All right, let's do a brief audio and visual check. How's everybody doing? It's the eve before FOMC. You can see
FOMC
who,
Eve.
yeah, FOMC Eve.
Is Papa Pal gonna bless us with a rate cut? Get some Christmas presents under the tree.
Hopefully he blesses
Um,
us with something, man.
yeah, some
I
good price
mean,
action maybe to end out
some
December.
volatility. Inject some volatility. What? I'm gonna be honest. I think we are gonna see a rate cut, and that's just my opinion. What I'd love to see actually is just them hold interest rates. That would bring some volatility.
Yeah, it would.
No cut. Let's just do no cut. Come on. Right now, the odds are, I think, over 90% that they're going to cut rates tomorrow. Talking about the eve of FOMC, which is tomorrow. There's going to be a big watch party on TopstepTV. And before we dive more in depth in the YouTube chat, there's our Topstep risk disclosure. Everything that we go over is for educational purposes only. It's not signals class. It's not financial advice. And yeah, here we go. I can see you are in a trade already, Baron. Do you want to go ahead and walk us through that?
Yeah, I'm in this gold long. So what I'm looking at is, let me get my volume profile drawn. I still do all my charting on TradingView. So sometimes I just don't have, usually I just execute on TopstepX. But let me get my profile out. So I have this at the start of London when we had that big volume spike. Where's 3? Okay, so yeah, we came into close above POC from this range. We have a value area high right here that we're currently above. We're trying to use it as support to, potentially push higher off this. We could also just reject here and fall back down inside the range. But I like to lean towards that New York high sweeping at least. On the higher time frame, yesterday we did sweep out, or last night we swept out 4,200. That's the bottom of this range. So I'm looking for this to come back up towards the 80s or at least the 70s. There is a value area high at 4268.8. That's going to be the value area high of the range from this last couple weeks. That starts on November 27th. So looking for us to return back towards that value area high after we fail to break down below 4,200. This trade, I got in off the upper band of VWAP. So we came down, we tapped that right here, and then started to see some buyers pick up. So entered in off that. Now we could come down, we could test this VWAP. That's why my stop's under VWAP right now. This is a trade got a pretty wide TP on this. So, with a wide TP, sometimes you need a little bit of wide stop, let the market play out, let it breathe a bit, and then I'll adjust that in as it starts going in my favor. But yeah, so just long off the upper band, looking at least for these New York highs to sweep. That could be a scale point if, maybe we sweep out that high and momentum dies after that. I might want to just take off the trade. If there's still good momentum, then I'm looking for this upside target of upper 60s. So
Okay.
it's kind of the thought process.
I like it, and I see you're already up over $1,000 in this XFA, right?
Yep. Just got this. This is first day in it, so
Okay.
up
Well,
1,000 on it.
man, green on the screen. Starting off FOMC. This is Wednesday's price action anyway, so those profits are going to be there. It's nice to see that. I'm going to switch over to my charts, and I'm going to run through some NASDAQ analysis. Now, honestly, any analysis, technical analysis anyway, before tomorrow, it's, I don't want to say invalid, but
I do.
not that great.
I've been watching some NASDAQ, Dakota. I don't want to cut you off before your analysis, but I've got some zones that have been respected pretty well that I've been using this week.
Okay.
So I can talk about those.
Yeah, let me go through this on the top down, and we'll switch it to you, and then you could let us know those zones. But going into FOMC, I think the bigger levels, like the higher time frame levels, are more important because, we're going to FOMC. Is a 5-minute support and resistance really going to be important. I'm going to lean towards the no side. Obviously, there's going to be a level somewhere that someone's going to say, that was on a 5-minute support resistance and FOMC tapped it and then reversed. Something silly like that. But I'm looking at more of these bigger ones. These bigger levels here in the NASDAQ. You can see this is a major resistance. These 25,800s. It's a big zone. I was looking for the market. We came up. We tested it. We're kind of consolidating here the past, dare I say, week. We haven't really went anywhere, kind of just consolidation, waiting. Would it surprise me that maybe we have a sell-off down to these 25,320s? That was a big support resistance level. So this is one that I'm looking at tomorrow for FOMC. This is it's held as a resistance and support for a while now, since October. So if we spike down there, maybe there's some long opportunities during FOMC. On the flip side, if we break out of these 800s or this 800 level, then can we make a run up to all-time highs? So that's basically what I'm looking for. I'm looking for all-time highs if we can break through these 800s. And then I'm looking for maybe some buying opportunities if we get down to these 25,300s. If we break down there, then I mean this thing could keep selling off, right? Depending on how this market reacts. But those are the three major levels that I'm looking at, the resistance we're at. Maybe you could even see buying opportunities there. Maybe, I don't want to say selling opportunities as we approach all-time highs, but those are the three levels that I am looking at going into tomorrow on the daily chart. I'm going to zoom into an hourly. What are we looking at tonight? And you can see it's been a very buy the dip type of market. We have resistance on the hourly chart around these 25,700s, 720s, and each one of these sell-offs have been buyable. We do have rollover, we have FOMC, we have holidays, which is Christmas, and we have seen, you can see it on this chart, very choppy price action. We haven't really seen much going on. Buy low, sell high, two-sided trade, one would say, where both longs at the bottom and sells at the high have been decent trades. On the 5-minute chart, just zooming into tonight, we had that choppy rally throughout most of the New York session. Around noon, we started to pull back. The close, and the close you could see here at 700 basically. And then tonight where we opened up, we haven't seen too much movement. We've kind of just drifted a little bit lower about where we were at. This support resistance from the New York session around 25,650s. Maybe we see a push back up to settlement. NASDAQ is down 0.2%. So nothing too exciting happening on the NASDAQ. I'm going to pass it on to you, man. What levels you said you're looking at?
Yeah, so I've got this support from 25,550 up to 25,615 about. We've wicked here. We've wicked out of here like 3 or 4 times now. So that's my support. And then I have this resistance. This is pretty much just a demand zone from this 15-minute structure back here before you get that big pickup. Okay. So that's my demand zone. And then I'm using this break of structure. So we set up this structure, right, supported in here, and then we broke it with momentum to the downside. Came back up into that structure point, rejected here again. And then this week we've tapped it twice, rejected here once, rejected here a second time. So these are my resistance levels. I would look to see all-time highs break, if all things FOMC go well. Look for a Santa rally potentially. But yeah, these are the zones I'm looking at. It's 25,600 to 25,550. This could break down very quickly during FOMC. And then the resistance 25,850 up to 26,000. So larger zones. I like to keep my zones a little bit larger just to help me frame bias. Don't necessarily like trade off of them when they enter the zone directly, but it just helps me see, okay, this is like the established support resistance areas. Which way do I want to lean based off where we are at in the overall range? But I wouldn't expect these to hold through FOMC. One side's going to break for sure. So
Yeah. Yep. I agree with you on that one. Could you reshare your charts for some reason? I might have to
Yeah.
run through and test a few things on my end. But while you are doing that, I'm going to take a look at some gold. Make sure I'm not in minis. This morning during fast markets, I was building into a trade in micros. I mean, at least I thought it was micros, and they were minis. I'm like, whew, good thing I didn't get into like 9 or 10 contracts and then not notice until after the fact that it was minis. But
Yeah. I mean, in Project X, you can put those contract limits on. So
I know
even if you do trade minis, you could say like, I don't want to trade more than 2 minis.
I I
Just
I
let it
did that
go.
after the fact. I've done it a couple times, but I just yeah, it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. I'd be demonstrating something on like the Nasdaq. I could see the order flow on the minis, and then when I forget to switch to the micros, and next thing I know, I'm like building a position. I'm like crap, but I closed it immediately. Thank goodness. It was a positive trade. It was a positive trade. Okay, just a quick question for you. What's the width and height of the screen you're sharing?
Um, like my monitor.
Yeah, whatever screen you're sharing, it's not.
Let me check my OBS.
Yeah,
I don't know off the top of my head. Say 2560 by 1440
2560.
by 1440.
Got it. All right, we're gonna test your charts now. We'll test these charts here. Ooh, yeah, okay. I still got a little bit of housekeeping in the background, but we'll get to gold. We'll get to gold. Baron, you are long gold, correct? You are
Yep.
long gold.
In a little bit of
And
drawdown right now, but I've got some room on the stop. So
chat's asking me about trading silver. Have you ever traded silver, man?
I haven't, but I've been watching the rally. I've been watching it from the sidelines.
Okay.
I've never traded it, but I mean, it looks like right now, especially, it looks very clean just for continued rallies.
So the thing with me and silver is I don't want to switch to a different market. I've been focused on, and I'll get the music. I'll get the music started, chat. So you guys don't have to sit there in silence. But I'm not going to trade silver. I know you guys want me to. I know chat wants to. I don't mind looking at silver, but as a trader, I'm trading gold and I'm trading the Nasdaq. We could watch silver, but I will not take a trade. The last thing that I want to do as a trader, I've experienced this before, and Baron, you let me know your opinion on it, is you see the grass is greener on the other sides, right?
Mhm.
And you say, wow, that market's really moving over there. I've never traded it before, but I'm going to go ahead and trade it because it's volatile. There's nothing wrong with that to an extent if that's part of your process and it's something you do, frequently or common. But if you've never done it before, you jump into silver and you make a little bit of money. Then something happens again, you blow your account, right? It's like, wow, I'm going to do something that breaks my process. And if it works, that's great. But that instills a bad habit. It feels good, but it instills a bad habit. So I'm not going to do that because it's not part of my process. I'm going to stay with the markets I know, which is gold and the Nasdaq. But I don't mind looking at silver. Let's take a brief look at it before I take a look at gold.
My thought on that is,
Yeah,
I mean, I was
that.
trading Nasdaq a lot. I saw gold was, it was going through this crazy rally. I switched, and I'd previously traded gold here and there, like dabbled in it, not really been full-time gold on gold. I've since made the switch, but in order to make that switch, I didn't just immediately jump into trading gold in a live market. So I went and back tested for, I think it was like 8 hours on gold. I just went and back tested 8 hours on gold for, when it's trending, when it's ranging, seeing what kinds of setups I'm going to want to be taking, because even though the thought process and my system might not change that much, it's still a different instrument that I'm going to be trading. So I need to be aware of its quirks and how it trades differently. So if you are looking at, hopping into one of these different instruments, maybe it's copper, maybe it's maybe you're an ES trader and you want to hop into NASDAQ, do some back testing. do some back testing first. Maybe trade it on a paper account. You get free practice accounts with Topstep, so you
I agree
can
with
utilize
that one.
that.
Yeah.
And if you're seeing good profits or you're able to find good moves, maybe add it into your repertoire. Maybe add it into the instruments that you're trading.
Yes, each instrument, regardless of how correlated it might be to a market that you're used to, like gold and silver, they're very correlated, right? They're precious metals. They have those little details. The details, what's the tick value? When does it move? How big of a stop you should be used?
You also have to consider the news as well.
Yeah, there you go.
News
Different
impacts
news.
each instrument differently. So
Yes.
I know a couple days, or it was yesterday, we got that news that Russia was limiting exports of gold. That headline immediately sunk the gold market. And the way I interpreted it is you have less supply, so it should drive gold up, but the short-term move is bearish because that's a pretty big headline. But going into last night, you saw us come down to 4,200, and then we had an absolute monster rally in London. So, you have to think about how the news impacts these things.
Yeah. Yep, and how it reacts. Like, for example, NASDAQ loves to run stops, and it breaks through support and resistance. And there's a lot more whipsaws on the NASDAQ when you're comparing it to the ES.
Gold, what I've noticed, it likes to do retests. It likes to give you retests, great areas to get in. Likes to retest VWAP a lot. VWAP is very strong on gold. It's got there's little differences between the price action and everything, but that's what I've personally noticed. It likes VWAP, it likes retests. So if you can't find an entry on gold, just be looking for those retests. I know sometimes it can get a little crazy with wicks and everything, but it does give retests fairly often.
Okay. Man, music went down. The music went down. I use royalty-free Epidemic Sounds, and for some reason, we lost our tunes. We lost our jams. Man,
well, at least you can't short gold and play the short song.
Yeah, we can't trade gold without music. What's going on? We're just shut it all down. But yeah, here's the gold. Here's gold on an hourly chart. And honestly, it's very similar to the NASDAQ. We've just been inside this range for the past over a week. And last night I was looking at buying this. It worked out really good. I was down $600 during slow markets, but I ended up getting into a long before going to bed, and it worked out pretty well. We did hit some of those targets. We broke through these 42,030s. We are seeing resistance where we've seen support and resistance again before, which is these 4240s. And it looks like tonight we just popped up to these 46s. We're pulling down a little bit. Two plays I'd look is, number one, a play back down to these upper 20s would be the first one if we do reverse and break through 35. The other one, which I'd like to see, is a break and a retest of, or at least a break of these 40s and a retest of, can we see 59s, maybe 60s on the long side. So that's basically my levels going into tonight here in gold. 42.59 plus or minus some because it's a zone. And then maybe these 27s plus or minus because it's a zone. And then can we break through that? Maybe 46, 47. And it looks like we're forming a little bit of a support level here tonight around 36.
Yeah, it's just above VWAP where that pivot formed. So I'd like to see us push off this, get back above that value area high, and then start to form another leg.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's the music. Let me know if it's too loud, chat. Let me know if it's too loud. I'm going to lock in here for a minute. Get ready to trade. Get the trade up. Make sure I'm on micros. And see if there's any opportunities. We had that nice spike up at the top of the hour. Daylight savings time. We popped up to 47. And we're hanging around 41.8 right now. Gold is plus 0.13, so we haven't really done too much there. And I need to share with you that. There you go. Honestly, I do like longs here on gold. I'm in micros. In micros.
I'm in 10. I'm risking about half my profit for the day, so
Okay.
we'll see how it plays.
Yeah, I want to be patient. Patience for me. I know we was talking before we went on air, just like, hey, how's your month been? And it's just like, it's not.
We're both just going for base hits, I think.
Yeah, just
I don't know how
small
December
size
is.
and base hits. I've stopped caring about the P&L. That's why I haven't showed the balance. I have even. It's like, oh my gosh, I made this much, I made that much. It's just been, hey, let me demonstrate how you could actually trade micros and do it consistently. That's been my goal. But then the win streak has been in the back of my mind, like, okay, I need to make sure. And this is where I'm trying to improve myself as a trader, is when I do get on these nice win streaks, I need to practice just not letting it affect my trading.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to someone. They were on a 7-day win streak, and they had 2 red days today. They're like, all right, what do I do here? And I was like, because they started to size up this week just by 2 micros, so nothing crazy on the size side. I was like, just go back down to the size that was working, get back some of this buffer, build some of this buffer back up, and I mean, you'll be fine. 2 red days isn't the end of the world. You still the accounts. On Friday I hit a red day on one of my accounts, and I hit a DLL, and it was a fairly sizable DLL for what I've been making the accounts. But because that DLL was in place, I was able to come in yesterday and recover it, and then came in last night, recovered some more, so now my accounts are back in profit. Even though I lost my 7-day win streak, it's like, did I blow up the account? No, it had a DLL on it, thankfully.
All right, I'm long with you on this gold trade. I'm long from 42.3. We held 41s again.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna add to this.
There's a lot of failed selling down here, so I'd like for this to push up.
I'm gonna keep adding. In 5 now.
I was thinking about going up to 20, but I think I just need to stick with the 10 for right now. I'm not
there we go.
helper for it.
See, you gotta stay loyal to the market. I would be over there screwing around in silver.
I mean, silver is pumping. Silver's pumping nicer than gold is. So,
you don't have to say that. You have to say that. Come on.
It's got a very clean up trend right now. Gold, I feel like this is easier to get in on because it gave you that retest. But silver, very, very clean uptrend. It's up to $62 an ounce, Dakota.
I know it's crazy. I have a lot of physical silver that
I don't think
jewelry. I'll ever sell it, but
I have some silver jewelry. I have a lot of silver jewelry. I mean, I was making like rings and bracelets and stuff. So
I'm sick.
I do have some silver, I guess, but when I was buying it, it was like $30 an ounce, $40 an ounce.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how much it's jumped up this year.
Yeah, I loaded up some on $20 an ounce, like 2012. Like it was a long time ago. A bunch of silver bullion.
My mom did something similar where she didn't trust the government, so she's like, I'm buying a lot of silver and gold, and I was like, okay, whatever, mom. I'm not gonna tell you how to invest your money.
We're hanging out here at these 42, 44s. Let's see if we could break through it. I'd like to see new session highs. Let's go.
I'd like to see these New York highs sweep out at 51.4. That's that stat that I like to use. That Asia sweeps one side of New York. So this looks good to come back up and sweep that. And we're back above that value area high as well now. So I want this to go into price discovery from the last day.
I'm gonna take profit right at 45.9. We do actually have some resistance right here at these 45s, maybe 44, these upper 44s. If we could get through that, I could see us get towards 45, 46s, but we have to get through this resistance here at 44.8.
44.8.
44.8,
Yeah,
44.9.
it just looks like, there's some mild absorption there. Nothing crazy.
I love it. Some mild.
Mild absorption. Yeah, there was a lot more absorption near that VWAP. There was a lot of sellers on that retest, and they didn't get anything out of it. So
yeah, we're trying.
I just want to see this pop.
Yeah, there's that's what I'm looking for. Let's get through it. Oh, come on, don't. I don't want to see this though.
Don't blue ball us like that.
Yeah, no, I got 45.6, and my TP's at 45.9. I haven't heard that term for a long time, man.
No?
No.
Bring it back.
Bring charts after dark. We're gonna need a new risk disclosure after this. Don't do me like this. Switch to ticks. Oh, that might be what it is. Let's see. Then it just looks bigger.
Oh, when you're on ticks instead of points.
Yeah. And let's see. Yeah, risking 22 ticks right now. Risking 22 ticks.
I'm risking 53. So.
All right, all right. Yeah, I have a tight stop. Yeah, we went up. We tagged right at 45.6. Rejected. Didn't even give me my 45.9. Didn't even stay up there for very long either.
No, that's the POC of the of this rejection candle. So
I mean, I still like it if we make this as a higher low, right? Like just, I mean, we need market structure. It's okay. I'm okay seeing market structure.
I'm okay sitting in this trade. I've clearly defined risk. I like the setup. This is like a standard setup for me. So
all right,
I'm not worried about this.
You ain't worried.
If it gets me, it gets me. If the market makers come for my stop, my sim funded stop, then they can have it.
Well, I mean, maybe they care about my 5 micros. And man, that was so close. All right, here we go. Come on, buyers. We got 1 minute at the top of the hour.
Yeah, all the volume. Like
you are cooked.
If you look at the volume last night, there's a lot more volume coming in. There's still decent volume on it. It was just a lot. This is more steady, and last night it was more big spurts of volume. So.
And it is pre-FOMC, so.
And it's pre-FOMC, so.
Expectations need to be a little bit lower.
Yeah, maybe I do bring my TP in. I just want to see a clean breakout. Maybe I'm a little too hopeful on the clean breakout, but.
Hope kills many counts, man. It's kill. Trust me. All right, there's the top of the hour coming in. See if we get any liquidity. All right. This is the bounce I want to see. This gives this, hopefully we'll create, as I say, hopefully. If we do start to find buyers somewhere around this, in the middle of what I was trying to talk about. Come on, I'm trying to teach gold, and it's just not letting me.
We might come down and tap VWAP again.
I'm just giving me PTSD of last night.
Yeah, last night was wild.
Last night was
a little wild.
So anyway, what I want to see is another higher low so I can move my stop. That's what I want to see. But will we see it? I don't know. Where will it be? I don't know.
I just wanted to see it above value area high and just.
What's value area high? What price do you have?
That's going to be right where my entry is, 42.43.3.
So you're in at 42.43.3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right in the middle of this mess.
I know.
Well, you got in before any of this mess started to happen.
Yeah, that is true. I've got a good stop on this. 5 points, so I'm not too worried about it.
All right.
Just got some room.
This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. I'm comfortable moving my stop if we get back above 44. We're 12 ticks in the money. All right, well, okay. We're almost above 44. I'll move my stop up. Risk 8 ticks on this. Maybe just go for a nice dinner. Like that might be the
What's a nice dinner for you, Dakota? What you thinking? Like a ribeye with some, like a nice whiskey or what?
man. Damn, man. Now you're making me hungry.
I'm hungry too. I didn't sleep last night. My family has insomnia. Like my entire mom's side. Like my mom has it, my brother has it, I have it, and I was up till 7 a.m. last night.
Oh man.
So
Campbell's in a can. No, good steak and grandpappy.
good steak and grandpappy.
Yeah. Good steak and grandpappy.
This is a nice push. I think I need to get some food after this. I've only eaten like one thing today, so hopefully this trade hits and we can we don't have to do the Taco Bell value menu tonight.
No Taco Bell. Hey, it's open. Doesn't matter what time of night.
No, you know what's interesting? Coming from Dallas, big city, right? Moving to Florida. We're not exactly in Tampa. We're like a little bit outside of Tampa. A little bit further in the country, like more suburban.
I'm gonna take one contract off of 45.
All the fast food restaurants, like they close at like midnight. They don't stay open late.
Interesting. Someone says, "What's grandpappy?"
Grandpappy? It's a
Google
very
it.
nice whiskey.
It's
a very nice whiskey.
It's a very nice whiskey. Very smooth. All right, let's get it. There's 45. There's 45. We'll get one out now, a little bit higher. See if we go test these session highs.
This looks good.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to see. Convicted push from buyers. Just looks like we ran out of sellers. There's not like a lot of big buyers on this. It's just there's no sellers. So kind of what I wanted to see. I'd like to see a strong push off this. I could bring my stop into this pivot. I'd just like to see this break above the highs before I do that.
Okay. Well, I got out of one contract right here at 45. Let's see if we could break through these 45s, get some momentum. I have to take profit here at 46.4. Someone says, "Damn, that's some expensive whiskey." It's only a few points in the Nasdaq.
It depends how many contracts you're trading, Dakota.
I know, that's what I was trying to get. Yeah. It's exactly 27 and a half points.
How much is a bottle of grandpappy?
It depends on the year.
Okay, what's like a standard bottle? Let's just say average range for a grandpappy bottle.
Like grandpappy 15 is like right around 2,000, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
I have not looked for a very long time. I had some in
So
Las Vegas.
You just need 10 points with 10 minis, and there's your grandpappy.
Yeah.
Just
I had
pump the
some in
size
Vegas when I was with Rips last month. $2,600 is the first. Yeah, about 2,000 depending on the grandpappy 15. Yeah. All right, let's get through these 45.5.
This looks good. I like it. There's just no sellers in this market. It's all buyers. So this should push pretty hard. Okay, we're breaking those highs. I am going to go ahead and adjust my stop up to that pivot. So now I'm only risking 27 ticks or 2.7 points.
Sick. I like it.
The one thing I don't, okay, I will say this. The one thing I don't like about gold, when I say my stop is 2.7 points, like I have to say point twice. I don't know. It's like a weird, to me, it's a little weird because I'm used to NASDAQ where it's like, oh, my stop's like 20 points, you know?
Yes. Jolly.
I just go 18, it's like 20 and a half points or whatever, 20 and a quarter points.
Yeah. Jolly, you should never judge a book by its cover. I got a lot of comments. Whenever I post me sparring, like this last one, it's like a 5-second video on Instagram. Everyone's like, I thought you were just a skinny, short person behind the screen. I'm like, no.
You're like, I'll beat your ass, buddy.
Yeah. It's insane. It's all the keyboard warriors. Your perspective might be a little bit different. You don't say stuff. It's just the internet, right? That's how it always is. People don't say the stuff that they would
in person, or they're a lot friendlier in person.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, how are you? You're so cool. Or I respect you. I'm like,
aren't you just talking shit on Twitter?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? All right, we're rejecting these 45s again. I still like a break up and retest these 46s.
Yeah, so a couple sellers stepped up, but the thing I'm concerned about right now. I like the structure that we formed. We put in that low, came down, did a retest, put in a higher low. It's just on the 5 minutes, so not anything substantial structure-wise, but still, just looks good. Yeah. Looks good to me.
Patience. Let's see this patience now. That higher low. I put my stop right at 41.6, so it's just under that. But gold can test your patience. It's a slow market, everybody.
Yeah, sometimes it's really slow. Last night I was in a short for about an hour and it did a whole lot of nothing, and then it moved 5 points and I just took it. I was like, it's like I've just sat in this an hour for 5 points, and then it started to move after that. It's like, God, sometimes that's just how the market is, though. It's part of being a trader.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, okay. Let's get through these 46s. Let's see if we can get it. And you're in Florida now. So speaking of Florida, Jake Paul or Anthony Joshua. I don't know.
There's that push.
Let's get these 46 fours. And come on.
I don't want to see this fail at the highs. I want to see it push through it with strength.
And that ain't right.
If we're looking for continuation to like 60s.
I've been having the hardest time with my take profits lately.
Do you just keep getting blue balled on them, or what?
I mean, yeah. Look at this one. My take profits at 6.4.
I've felt that the past few days, Dakota. Like, I've seen so many times in the past week where it's just been within 2-3 ticks of my take profit, and then it reverses. And I'm like, you gotta be joking me. You know, and then you have to make the decision: do I hold this, or do I just get out and take my money?
It just means gold loves me.
Is that what that means?
That's the toxic relationship. All right, come on.
I like this little stair step that we're forming. If this next candle just gets above these highs, stair steps a little higher, stair steps a little higher, and then you get a nice clean pop. That's kind of the ideal scenario that I'm looking for.
All my trades are gas. Got to get that Pepto-Bismol, brother. All right, 46.4. Come on. Filled. There we go. Filled.
You're out. You got your winning day.
No. I took 2 contracts off. I still have 3 going.
Okay.
42.6. Yeah. I think we
You're
can
just scaling out a little bit up at these highs.
Yeah, up at this resistance.
Okay. I think if I'm looking for a first scale point, I'm going to be looking at 51s. Like that New York high for my first scale point. But I might just hold this full cons up to 67 if this gets moving. Obviously, I'd bring my stop in.
Let's get. It looks like it's going to break out right here. We're 3 ticks away from session highs.
This looks good. To stair step and pop.
Someone says, "What's my Instagram?" Well, I'm glad you asked there. Let's do hashtag slow market. Hashtag slow markets. If you're new here, there is my Twitter first. So there's my Twitter. Go ahead and tag me in a social media, whether it's a trade, a screenshot, a trade, maybe your trader station. I love seeing those. And then there's my Instagram right there in the YouTube chat. So whenever I'm not on there, that's where I put some updates. Whether I'm trading the account here, trading psychology, my boxing, just behind the scenes. And it's been fun. I've enjoyed posting.
Yeah, and then I don't really use Twitter too much, but I'm on Instagram, just Baron Trades on Instagram. But I post on that probably like at least once a day.
Sick. Okay. My MySpace, I discontinued it.
I know. I was before the time of MySpace. I was too young for it.
Man, it was great, man. You click on someone's page, you got like a dedicated song. it was the stuff. It was good stuff. Let's see if we get through a little bit of a pullback here. We tested those highs.
Yeah, if this just chops, I might be a little annoyed. But everything to me, this is pointing bullish. I like it so far.
Yeah, you had a MySpace top 8. Yeah. Oh shoot. You could.
That value area high is also continuing to shift up. So more buyers are interested at higher prices.
Yeah, that's why I'm happy to scale out of that. Yeah, we still might get that break up, but I like a breakout. I like a breakout on this gold tonight.
Yeah, there's just some light absorption at these highs right now.
Pretty Girls Love for 20 says, "What's your TP? Sorry, just got here. I don't have a take profit. I've taken a couple contracts off up near these highs. Baron, you have a take profit though. You're looking at.
Yeah, so if this is a weak push, I'm looking at these 51s. This is my first level I want to gauge. So let me just get that marked out. This is my first level. This would be like my first TP. I'm looking for these 68s for us to come back up to a value area high of the overall range we've been in the last 2 weeks. I just don't know if we're going to get that push. So this could push just up to the highs and then start to stall out. I would take it off there. If it's got some momentum and it's got some legs, then I want to take it all the way up to 68s.
There we go. And patience shall be tested. I mean, this is risk. Yeah, this is a risk-free trade for me. So even if I take this, it's a win. Damn it! I'm not liking it. So I think I might just bail. I'm just gonna bail on this and say, give it to me. All right, $62.
This might come down to VWAP and stop me out. That's my concern here.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy. I mean, $62 starting. I mean, that's already $700 better than last night. Let me look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, not really doing much. We are finding a little bit of buyers. Maybe we run back up and test the settlement level. We talked about silver. We was talking about silver. What's silver doing? We're selling off, kind of following gold, right? Or vice versa, because gold following silver, a little sell off. So I'm happy I was able to take some profits there. We'll talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin It's pulling
Are you
off
still in
its...
that BMNR trade?
No, actually. I took profits today. And, yeah. So this is speaking about social media. Here it is. Like, you can see I took profits. 43,600 on this Bitmine trade. My very first
Crypto trade?
crypto trade ever.
Crypto-related trade?
Crypto related. Yeah, it was a stock, but it was, yeah, basically Ethereum, right? So, first trade ever. And to answer, there was a question that says, Dakota, that $500,000 I made in a week, was that just trading? Yes. It was an option. Three trades, actually. Just the same analysis you see me here doing in slow markets. You see me do this analysis on higher time frames. That's the same way I trade. Same way.
It's just you're putting on big boy size.
It's just, yeah, bigger size. That's the only difference, is bigger size. It's the same process though.
Do you think what's the biggest premium you've traded on, like, in
that one's up
options?
there. That week was up there.
Because I'm sure with the size that you're trading, you're probably popping up on some of these option flow scanners.
I think the biggest in terms of just contract volume, I've had like 9,000 contracts going in one trade, but scaled in, and these are spreads, right?
Yeah.
So it's 9,000 on both ends, vertical spreads. So sold 9,000 puts on one strike, bought 9,000 puts on the other strike, and the premium fluctuates between $250,000 and more. I think I've had is the biggest ones, but I don't want to say nothing insane. It's not like they're naked or anything. But yeah, that was split between 3 trades, that $500,000. Could have been more, man, but markets will always leave you unsatisfied. Nasdaq might be catching a bid here.
Yeah, gold looks dead. So I'm gonna sit in this.
Gold is done.
I might bring my stop back down to where it was, or maybe just give it a little room. I just don't want to get tagged at VWAP. It's kind of my thought here. Initially, I was risking 500. I brought it up to what, 270. I think 350 is fine. So in between those two, I want to see this breakout. I just don't want to get tagged at VWAP.
Okay. Nice trade. And look, Nasdaq's pushing. So I missed that one. That was a nice looking Nasdaq long for a break through these 60s, but there's not enough meat on the bone, honestly, tonight.
It's pre-FOMC.
Pre-FOMC. Yeah, exactly. Someone says, why are you trading Asia session? And then I had another one. There was another question I think I saw. It's like, man, I need to trade the Asian session because I have a job during the day, or you're busy, you have work. Well, that's why I started slow markets, was for that reason. When I started learning trading back in school, 15 years ago, very young, but part-time job, college student. This is the only time I was available to trade, and so I learned how to trade. And sometimes the market's slow, so you just zoom out, right? You use higher time frame analysis and smaller size, wider stops. Pays the bills.
Gold moves in Asia. So, most of my trading nowadays is in Asia. It's on gold in Asia. I don't really even trade the New York session I'll trade it here and there, but most of my trading is done in Asia session.
Yeah, base hits. And then when the market's slow like this, we'll see after FOMC. A lot of times is, instead of a 5-minute 100 tick chart, I'll use a 1 hour chart and then a 5-minute chart for entry. So where you could easily look at this and say, I'm going to short gold right now. And my take profit could be, say, 42.31. My stop loss could be above these highs. I could be a nice 1-to-1 risk reward. I could get in like 2 micros, calculate the risk, calculate the reward, and you have time to do that. And then you just let it play overnight. It's like, okay, here's my trade for the night. It's going to be based on the hourly chart. I look for some setup on the 5-minute chart. On the 5-minute chart, you see maybe a double top and a break of that. You get in around 42.40. You get in, say, 2 micros. You have your stop loss at, this is purely an example, 42.49. You take profit at, 42.31. You close your charts. You go to sleep. You wake up in the morning, see what happened. And, one of 3 things could have happened. It hit your take profit, hit your stop loss, or it's somewhere in between. And yeah, that's how I learned how to trade. We've seen a lot of volatility lately this year. And so scalping and these little base hits have been a lot easier for me. It's been really good trading this year, especially in gold. And yeah, so I hope that explained it.
I moved my stop off that pivot to just below VWAP. Almost tagged me out.
Oh, yeah, we're getting that bounce now.
That's why I moved it, because I just know VWAP's so, like, it's such a big level on gold. It kept me in the trade. Obviously, this could still come down and stop me out, but I didn't want to just leave it at that pivot when we didn't get that strong push up.
Got it. All right, let's get through some of these hashtag slow markets real quick. Let me know. I like that gold. We bounced off that. That's nice. So first and foremost, we got first one, my man, in the live account here. Locked my Topstep account. I'm not risking FOMC ever again. Learned the hard way last time. Locked in $1,000 in the live account. Been consistent slow market viewer, consistent trader, good trader. Great work. Always giving credit where credit is due. And man, you deserve it. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Here's a setup. I like this. This is a nice clean setup. A keyboard. Okay. And they got the TV over here. Hey, I'm a minimalist myself. Love it. And then Mask Trader Rick. Mask Trader Rick. Been watching slow markets for a while. Paid, could see the buying volume, hold the VWAP, so it validated the trade and held the trade up $992 for the night on each eval. Great work, Mask Trader. And yeah, these are just the hashtag. Everyone, this is what people tag me in, everyone. So this is whenever I give my my link, my socials. You tag me in it. Tag me in something good, and I share it. I share it for the world to see. And we're not seeing anything move tonight.
No, I mean, it's pre-FOMC, so. I did bring my TP in. I'm just going to shoot for those New York highs. I'm not going to look for the crazy breakout trade. I could, but.
Yeah. And now with the bottom of the hour, we'll see another, maybe moving gold. That NASDAQ, little push up, 10 points. We're getting 20-point moves in NASDAQ, 30-point moves in NASDAQ for a little bit. Someone says, check Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Nah. Old news for me now.
Yeah, we don't want to look at that.
I'm no longer a crypto bro, okay?
You had one stint.
I went through a phase. Okay.
Silver is also back down at its VWAP. So that might be a nice trade. I haven't personally traded silver, so I don't know how it reacts off VWAP, but VWAP's been good on gold, so my assumption would be it's decent on silver, but might not be the case.
Yeah, that was my crypto phase. All right, everyone has one. At least mine was profitable. I could say that. I had a crypto phase. It lasted 2 weeks, a week and a day, and it was profitable.
Next thing you know, Dakota, you're trading meme coins and.
I get my fill with the NASCrack. Okay, that's enough.
You're trading meme coins, and you're reposting everything Sailor tweets, and you get some Diamond Hand merch.
Oh man, yeah. Honestly, it had nothing to do with crypto and everything to do with the technicals on that stock. I'm done with I'm ready to settle down NASDAQ and gold. Let's Baron, what are your stops and your targets at? All right, let's switch to your screen, Baron.
39.8, 51.5. So I almost got wicked out on that little VWAP test. So kind of glad I moved my stop, but at the same time, it could still come down, shut me out. But it's an extra, $80 of risk. I'm willing to take it.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna be scanning these markets. I'll do it. Yeah. Once again, just remember, everybody. I know we've said it a lot of times, but it's so important that it needs to be said again. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central, is the FOMC rate decision. 30 minutes after that is my man Powell, Papa Powell. I'm going to be doing a press conference that is, I mean, sometimes it's a lot more volatile than the rate decision itself, because the rate decision can be priced in, right? It's over 90% basically on what's going to be happening. But yeah, the press conference, what Powell's saying, his purple tie, most of the time he's wearing a purple tie. But just know, TopstepTV is going to be having a watch party. TopstepTV. That's going to be a good one, starting at, 10 minutes before the statement. So statement's at 1 p.m. Central. The watch party starts at 12:50. Andre, Hogue, Jack, JD, the team. It's going to be, man, it's going to be Super Bowl. And then, if you guys didn't know, I'm going to be going to watch the Green Bay Packers Bears game in Chicago.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I need to get everything booked and set up. They got to enjoy the Packers beating the Bears. Now I just got to go over there and just soak it in. Just watch the Packers beat the Bears live, and just watch the Bears fans just. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting for sure. It's gonna be cold, yeah. What's our outlook on gold today? Well, my outlook is chop until FOMC. Maybe
mine is potential
lower.
break to the upside.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind the break to the upside. I don't think it's going to be a very long extended trend. Like, I'm not expecting any trend until then. If so, I don't know. I'm not expecting anything. My expectations are just low. I'm bullish gold though. I am bullish gold going in and coming out of FOMC, because my view is that a decrease in interest rates leads to a bullish lean on gold. I did that back in Jackson Hole. When Powell came out of Jackson Hole, I got in long gold, and it worked out pretty well. And we are there. We are just stuck, man. We are stuck. I'll be happy just with $62 right now. $62.
Yeah, I mean, this is a long one. I've been in this for like an hour now.
Yeah,
I'm still fine with the setup, but it's taking its sweet damn time.
It is. We got 3 seconds. Let's see if we get some movement here in 3 seconds. Okay. Here it is. Let's see if we get a little something.
Why would we get something at 9:30?
Bottom of the hour. You know what? I've been trading gold for a while. Someone said that's when the gold market opens.
9:30?
You're Eastern time, right?
Yep. I mean, we're right at break even. We're seeing green again. Dakota.
You were there. We're there.
I might have to get up out my chair and start jumping for joy here. Just give me that push. Come on. I know it wants to push up. It's just taking its sweet damn time.
Test your patience, man.
It is a test of patience, but another thing I think I've noticed with trading in Asia, since I've been up all day, right? it's not like I'm waking up and then within the first. Typically, I wake up and then I won't check anything for like the first hour I'm awake, or at least first 30 minutes. But I'm very calm and patient in the overnight session. I'll wait for trades to play out. In New York, sometimes I tend to jump into trades here and there. But in Asia, I will sit in a trade for hours to
Why?
see if it plays out. All right, pushing above that value area high
It's looking
again.
good, man. It's looking good.
It looks decent. That's still resistance up there, so
We'll
can
see.
we get through it? That's the hope.
Hey, we're in the green, not the red. Nikki says, thank you, Coach Dakota. Seriously appreciate you. Never thought an elite trader like you would pull up to my stream. I will always support anybody who is doing their best and showing transparency. Whether you're streaming, whether you're, posting on social media and, I happen to see it. And I'm like, yeah, they deserve support. You deserve support if you're putting yourself out there and being a good person. Last thing, I mean, that's one thing, right?
It's tough. It's also tough to go out and post. Like,
Yeah.
Transparency
is tough.
Anyone with a
Let's
phone
get
can
that.
do it now, or anyone with a computer can do it now. But like putting yourself out there, there's some level of anxiety that you'll get from it, or some people will.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you're with. Honestly, it does. Like Topstep traders trading their own, trading this, trading that. To me, it doesn't matter. If they're posting, they're talking about it, and they're transparent. That's above all, the transparency. Then they deserve all the support that they could get.
Have you seen Rich Twitter recently, Dakota?
I see some of his. I see his P&L every once in a while, and I give him shouts, and we go back and forth.
He's he's one of the most transparent people in the space, but he's getting ripped on by like these faceless profiles.
Yeah.
It's like I hate to see the engagement from it. It's just like, why are we engaging with this at all? You're literally doing everything that like you could do as a trader to be transparent, and it's like, why do we gotta come down to these people's levels? I'm just like,
it's hard to find people that are transparent. It's so easy to just show green and show this and not stay. It's an ugly world out there. However, though, man, from when I got into this industry 2 years ago, so I've been trading for over 15 years. And I've been in the prop world for 2 years, partnered with Topstep here because honestly, they are the best. They've been here for, so long, since 2011, 2012. And a lot of these other pop-up prop shops have been popping up only the last year or two. And it was a mess, man. Just the turning and burning and non-transparent. It's like, I blew this account, so I'm going to switch and make money in this one. And then I'm only going to show that to sell like some type of course or Discord. It was a mess, but now it's gone a lot better.
Yeah, I do trade at multiple props. I trade Topstep in a number of different ones. But I think now the industry's at a point where you can tell which prop firms are a little shady. Which ones are going to pay out, which ones are going to pull some BS rules out, deny payouts, stuff like that. It's gotten a little bit better. There's firms that I personally like. And if you can go on Payout Junction, I know like Topstep's not on Payout Junction because they don't pay out through Rise, or like some of these other firms aren't on there. But typically, if you can go on Payout Junction, you see there's millions of dollars in payouts, and then you go and you read through their reviews and you research them on Twitter, and you're like, okay, everything looks like it checks out. Usually I check Twitter to see if there's any potential issues with a firm, because traders are vocal there. They'll call firms out. But yeah, Topstep was my first prop firm. It was the first firm I got a payout on, first firm I got to a live account on. But yeah, this industry is always changing.
And it always will, right? And that's good for the good. Usually, like most of the time, it's for the good. And I will always recommend whenever I see Twitter, just don't blindly follow anyone. Do your own due diligence. Do your own research.
You mean I'm not supposed to believe everything I see on the internet, Dakota?
Unfortunately, no, man. That's not how it works.
You know, my mom told me the same thing, but I didn't believe her, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I thought everyone was just gonna tell me the truth all the time.
You mean it's like, wait, I should just trust this person who's just giving me this code or link that some of the money goes to this person, and just so he has no ulterior motives. But anyway, let's get to some more of these hashtag slow markets. As gold is, hopefully getting its march back up to these session highs. Alex, trading gold and Ethereum, like it. You got your two monitors there. Nice trade. Gold and Ethereum. We got another one. Man, that one didn't show up for some reason, so I can't show that. Ooh, not gonna show that one. Yeah, keep them appropriate. Jeff.
You gotta check if they've got any open tabs in there.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing crazy on the live stream. Is this gonna give us a convicted push finally? Or is this gonna reject again? If this rejects again, I might just hop out.
It's looking good though, man.
I've been in this trade since before we hopped on. Before we hopped on air, so it's been an hour. It's been an hour in this trade.
Hey, slow money's better than no money, right? Jake said that one. Coach Jay said that one.
Slow money's better than no money. Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, and here's a question. Can you explain XFAs? I'm confused that you can get a payout on a sim account, so it's not really funded. Good question. So, here at Topstep, you have a trading combine, which it's a simulated environment, and it's basically a test to make sure you know and understand how to trade, a lot of the basics, right? And you develop a process or a system to be able to make money. Once you pass that, you get an XFA. That's still kind of like an evaluation phase, where the profits you make on that, it's still sim, right? Because it's in a simulated environment. However, you can receive a payout. You can receive, real tangible money from your performance on there. And then after a period of time, our risk management team say, okay, this he's doing really well. He's taking payouts. Let's go ahead and move this trader to a real live environment. And that's the big difference.
And there's certain requirements that you have to follow in order to get paid out. Like at Topstep, it's $150 winning days, $150 winning days, and then you can take a payout. As long as you are above when you start an XFA, the balance starts at 0. You can, on like a 50K account, your max loss limit is 2,000. So as long as you are above 0 and you've got 5 winning days, you can get a payout. I think, is there a minimum payout amount, Dakota?
In the live?
No, in the XFAs. So maybe like 200, 250, something like that. Usually there's a minimum payout amount.
I don't know. Whatever the minimum was, I did it, and it pissed MP off. That was funny, because I ran it up to like, I think $200,000, and then like, you should just take a payout. You should take a payout, and so I'm like, okay, I'll take enough to just cover the data fees.
So what, like $130 for the
it was something like that. Yeah, and so they had to go through that whole process and like send a wire for like $100 or something.
The wire fees were like $15 or $20.
I know. I'm like, hey, you said take a payout. I took a payout. And I was just building that account so I could, push it.
That's funny. I think it would be funny to take like you're like 1 cent short of 9 or of 6 figures. Like 99999.
We're still holding these 45s. It's looking good.
It looks like it wants to break out finally after that little VWAP tap. It almost got me, but
all right. Well, I can tell you the past week or so, we've seen some good movement right when we're ending slow markets.
Yeah, usually like 10 to 11 is typically when you're seeing some decent movement. So I like the 9 to 10 IB on gold personally. So like where my stop's at, this could be the IB low. Now it's still 940. We're not at 10, so the IB hasn't fully set. It hasn't broken one side of it yet. But in my head, what I'm thinking right here is this is the 9 to 10 low, and then I'm going to look for a break to the upside and see what extension levels we get out of that, and then play for either this New York high or those IB extension levels. I mean, I could also play up to that value area high if it's really got some momentum behind it, but for FOMC, this is pretty dead. There's a nice push right at 8 when that volume came in, but outside of this, it's been pretty choppy.
Yeah, let's see. Let me just do a vibe check on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, we're continuing to push up. It looks like that settlement trade is well in play. I mean, since 60s, we're still at the 70s. Looking pretty good. Let's over to my chart. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin. Any other markets moving? Chat, what are you guys trading? Let's take an old look at the Nikkei. We're seeing the Nikkei move right here. Nikkei, that was a 1.5% move. So if you're
Wasn't
trading,
there? I think there's something with the Bank of Japan the other night.
I wouldn't surprise me. Down 0.8%.
That might be why it was moving.
I know we might still have some Nikkei traders. It's the Japanese market. Man, it's been a while since I traded that. I'm a Nikkei trader myself.
Okay, yeah. Yesterday, Bank of Japan Governor Yuda says rises in long-term interest rates somewhat rapid.
Okay.
So that could be the reason for the drop. That could have also been the reason for the drop in the gold market as well last night.
All right, here goes gold. Here goes gold.
Finally.
Are we seeing a break? Are we going to see a break? Patience has been tested.
I've been in this for an hour and 15 minutes. No.
This one's different.
Patience pays.
Patience pays. Slow money's better than no money.
We're breaking those highs.
And right here, tapped it once.
Come on.
New session highs.
I'm gonna bring this stop up.
Boom.
Just below break even.
There it is.
You could go break even with it, but I'm just gonna put it at the bottom of this 5-minute impulse. And then I'm gonna bring my TP out just in case this does want to pop. I'm gonna bring it up to like 60s, and then I'll set a limit in here. Since I've been sitting in this trade for an hour and 15 minutes or whatever it is now, if it gets up to there, I'm gonna take 5 off and just at least get a piece of that, because you know it's been so long. I need to get something out of this, Dakota. It almost stopped me out. It consolidated for a bit.
Hey,
I got to get something out of this. I can't walk away. You know, if it comes down and stops me out for $90, that's whatever. But if this starts ripping up, breaks those highs, which it looks like it's going to do, I want to get at least a piece of it.
Let's get some of it. Yeah, new session highs here in gold after a little over an hour of grinding around these levels, these mid to lower 40s, and let's push up to the 50s. Man, a $10 move in gold feels like it's pulling teeth, and there's been times the past few months where it was like a $10 move every 5 minutes. It was insane sometimes. Just shows you different market environments, being able to adjust. Yeah, we've been spoiled. Volatility can spoil us as traders. But the key is to stay alive until we get some volatility back into the markets sometimes. Just base hits. Base hits.
Yeah, just especially in December, right? If you're a new trader, you haven't traded December price action before, it can be very slow. Very hard to find those volatile moves that are quick. Stay patient. Just, wait for the move. But yeah, be happier with smaller profits. Like last night, I took a 5-point trade and I was happy with it.
Okay.
Tonight, this is going to be, if this comes up, it's going to be like 8 points on the first scale. And then maybe it does break out, but I wouldn't hold your beer.
Wouldn't hold your beer. Why? It'll get warm?
I don't know. Dakota, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep. So
Yeah.
I'm just talking at this point.
Because I know that I wouldn't hold your breath because like
Hold your breath. That's what it is.
Okay.
I knew it started with a B. I knew it started with a B, and there was an R in there somewhere. Yeah, I need to get some sleep tonight. Yeah.
that was a good one, man. That was unexpected. I've never heard that. That was definitely it.
Maybe you've never heard it because it's not a saying. I'm just coming up with shit.
I didn't know if it was like a
Gen Z thing, like
or gas, like you said, gas. This is just straight gas. I don't know.
No, I'm just going a little loopy here.
It is gold trade, man. It took your mental capital.
It took all of it. Yeah, I think after this plays out, I'm just gonna lock it for the night. I might trade FOMC, but I feel like I've experienced enough FOMCs for my lifetime to know it's probably better to sit sidelines or wait for the move to play out after the press conference, let the dust settle a little bit, and then try to catch the trend.
Makes sense. Well, you're gonna be sleeping pretty good, man, with green on the screen, and so
yeah, I mean, I ordered the food, so
oh, you ordered food.
I ordered some food.
What are you eating to celebrate
some Mexican food? So
Mexican food. Okay, that's gas.
It might be gas. I don't know. It's a new restaurant. I haven't tried. So
literally and figuratively.
Oh.
All right, man. All right. Well, great trade. Great trade. We can go ahead.
I don't know if I'd say this is a great trade, but it was.
It is.
It tested the patience, tested some of the mental capital. So I mean, you could say it's a great trade from that perspective.
That's why I'm saying it's a great trade to follow your process, be consistent, and to just trust it, right? And here you are, green on the screen, when you could have easily just reversed and tried this, tried that out, and we're both green. We're both green tonight.
Yeah.
And you're already up 1,000 with the trade running in the money, and I mean, what more can you ask for as a trader, especially before, like we said,
some grandpappy. That's what we can ask for, Dakota.
Yeah, you made enough for what, half a bottle?
Yeah, I don't drink whiskey though, unless it's like Japanese whiskey. So
you what?
I don't really drink whiskey unless it's like Japanese whiskey.
Japanese? I've never heard. What's this Japanese?
I don't know. I prefer Japanese whiskey over. I just don't really drink whiskey.
Is it just sweet?
Dakota, you're asking a lot for a man with a very little sleep.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll get ready. Like I said, Tuesday and Thursdays we went a little bit early, a few minutes early. But that being said, if you've missed it, we've talked about it. Tomorrow is FOMC. Topstep's going to be having an FOMC watch party at 12:50 noon, right? Noon 30, 12:50.
Are you betting anything on Poly Market, Dakota?
Nah, I won't touch Poly Market, man.
If he says good afternoon,
well,
what the rate decision is.
The only thing I would ever trust for Pal is going to be he's going to be wearing a purple tie. But I'm not a betting man on Poly Market or any of that stuff. It's interesting to see. It really is. But tomorrow's Wednesday. I will be on air for Fast Markets. Me, Jack, Hogue, Mandy's going to be joining, and D runs the Euro session, is going to be joining. And then, of course, we have that watch party right there. FOMC, 1 p.m. Central. And then tomorrow night, Coach Jay and I. Maybe we could have these markets, perk up a little bit. Maybe see some more volatility after this FOMC. Pick a direction, and yeah. Any last words, man? Go get some sleep.
Yeah, don't hold your beer, Dakota.
Don't hold your beer. You heard it here. Right here,
yeah,
right there.
FOMCs can be volatile. I've seen crazy things on them. So it's December. It's end of year PA. Ended on a good note. But yeah, see you guys Thursday.
Get her done. See ya.
See ya.